1966 wasn't just Beatles and Stones. It was the year fuzz pedals got dangerous, farfisas got loud, and soul singers whispered secrets that stuck. Between the giants were singles that flashed like neon, then slipped into memory. Tonight, we wind the tape back to 12 of those sparks. Garage, psych, and velvet smooth soul, from a year when everything started to tilt. Ready? Let's count it down. Number 1, The Outsiders, Time Won't Let Me.
Can't wait forever.
Cleveland kids with a horn section, already a twist for garage rock. The Outsiders cut this one with urgent guitars, a brass hook, and Sonny Garazzi's clean, pleading vocal made for AM radio. It sounds like a door flying open. They weren't from London or LA, but the record felt big anyway. Tight hand claps, a break that grabs you by the sleeve, and that chorus that never stops chasing itself.
Can't wait forever.
Spring '66, it punched into the US top 5 and parked there. Proof that Slick and Scrappy could share the same 2 minutes. It didn't invent teenage impatience, it just made it bounce. The band never beat the clock again at that scale, but this single still does the job. Put it on, and everything speeds up. Heart rate, headlights, Friday night.
Time won't let me.
A brass tip time machine that refuses to slow down. Number 2, Blues Magoos. We ain't got nothing yet. Out of the Bronx in paisley shirts came a Vox organ siren and a bass line that prowls the curb. The Magoos weren't rich in gear or experience, but they had a riff that paid rent. They cut it for a debut boldly titled Psychedelic Lollipop, one of the first to slap psychedelic on the cover. And the sound matched the boast. Fuzzed edges, neon keys, teen strut. Early '67, it went top 5 in the States, but the single belongs to '66, when clubs were already adding colored oil to the projectors and kids were staring back, blinking. It's a starter pistol for the Technicolor finish line that was coming. No solos, no speeches, just a hook that walks like it owns the block. Sometimes nothing is everything, especially when the organ says so. Number 3, The Music Machine, Talk Talk. Black turtlenecks, one black glove. Sean Bonnewell barking like a drill sergeant from the future. Talk Talk is a minute and a half of compressed attitude, stop-start drums, down-tuned bite, and a fuzz that rips the wallpaper. Recorded in Los Angeles with the band laser tight from endless gigs, it sounds like they removed every spare bolt and left only the engine.
Something more than what I know it serves me right.
It blasted into the US top 20, then became a blueprint. You can hear punk peeking through the door, taking notes. Keep it short, make it sting, leave a bruise. The Music Machine didn't hang around the charts long, but they didn't need to. This record is a calling card and a dare. 90 seconds, zero filler, maximum snarl. Number 4, Love, 7 and 7 is. Arthur Lee lights the fuse and refuses to let it breathe. The tempo is panic fast, the guitar is a hornet cloud, and the snare sounds like it's running a marathon. They tracked it in LA, hammering take after take to hold that speed without letting the song skid apart. At the end, detonation, the famous explosion that turned 3 minutes into a Molotov. Cracked the US top 40, but charts aren't the point. 7 and 7 is. Made every band on Sunset Strip play faster, crazier, louder. It's a postcard from the exact second Garage went psychedelic. Lee would go widescreen soon, but this is his lightning bolt.
If I don't start crying, it's because I have got no eyes.
A song that doesn't end so much as blow the room open. Number 5, The Electric Prunes. I Had Too Much to Dream, Last Night.
Last night your shadow fell upon my lonely room.
The Waking Up Wrong single. A tremolo guitar shivers in reverse. Drums glide in, and suddenly you're remembering dreams you'd rather return to. Producer Dave Hassinger bottled the vertigo. Songwriters Annette Tucker and Nancy Mantz gave it the hook that haunts. The Prunes were valley kids who sounded like they'd escaped a laboratory. Oscillating guitars, sleep paralysis melody, and just enough menace to make morning feel suspicious.
Touched your golden hair and tasted your perfume.
Released late '66, it climbed into the US top 15 and later opened Nuggets. The garage rock Rosetta Stone. Cultural impact massive. It turned psychedelic from a poster word into a radio sound.
Your eyes were filled with love the way they used to be.
By the time the fade hits, you're not sure what's real, which was the goal all along.
They
hangover music for a dream you don't want cured. Number 6. 13th floor elevators. You're gonna miss me. Roky Erickson howls like a freight train, and Tommy Hall's Electric Jug bubbles beneath it. Yes, a mic jug pulsing like a second snare. Austin's Strangest Export cut a single that felt feral and alive. They'd tracked earlier versions, but this one caught lightning. Raw guitars, clattering drums, a vocal that sounds like it's chasing something it already lost. It brushed the national charts but detonated regionally and historically, a cornerstone for psychedelic rock's wild side. Every garage band with a cheap mic suddenly wanted to sound possessed. The Elevator's story bends dark, but this record stays bright in memory. Loud, urgent, undeniable. A love song sung through a storm siren, still flashing. Number 7. The Yardbirds. Happenings 10 years time ago. Twin lead thunder. Jeff Beck and Jimmy Page trading sparks while Keith Relf floats through the fog. The song is all forward motion, feedback, dive bombs, and a middle break that sounds like falling into a time tunnel. They were a band in transition, inventing tomorrow by accident. Session bass on the cut is often rumored to be John Paul Jones. Either way, the DNA of a certain future Zeppelin is printed all over it.
Meeting people along my way.
Charts were modest, influence wasn't. Psych rock, heavy rock, and everything between borrowed this palette. Dangerous guitar tones, echo chamber paranoia, and the sense that the floor might tilt at any second. A postcard from the edge of an era, stamped urgent.
10 years time ago.
Not a hit so much as a prophecy. Number 8. Nancy Sinatra. How does that grab you, darling?
How does that grab you, darling? How does that mess your mind?
Boots on, attitude locked. Nancy's second strike with producer-writer Lee Hazelwood and arranger Billy Strange is a wink with a sting. Twang guitar, dry drums, and a vocal that taps its heel while you apologize. They kept the formula, tough girl cool over Western noir. But this time the grin is wider, the put-down sweeter, and the band even tighter.
You smart aleck tomcat, you.
It cruised into the US top 10 and proved she wasn't a one-single headline. On TV, she owned the camera. On radio, the talkback made you turn it up. Plenty tried that mix of sugar and steel. Nancy patented it.
When the sun goes down and the moon comes up, I'm gonna go out and
Flirtation is a power move, and still fun to mouth along to. Number 9. The Marvelettes. The hunter gets captured by the game. Smokey Robinson writes a parable. Wanda Young sighs it into silk. This is Motown in low light. Brushed drums, sly guitar, and a groove that stalks rather than sprints. The Marvelettes had started the Motown hit parade earlier in the decade. Here they sounded grown, cool, unhurried. The trick? The hunter falls for the prey. Romance's plot twist.
and the world puts on.
Late 66 release, early 67 success, top 20 pop, big R&B action, and endless late-night spins. It's the quiet ones that last. DJs loved how it slipped between ballads and bangers like it knew both rooms. A masterclass in restraint. The arrow shoots and lands home. Some songs chase you. This one waits, smiling. Number 10, The Artistics. I'm Gonna Miss You. Chicago strings and street corner harmony. On Brunswick Records, The Artistics cut a goodbye so graceful it practically floats. Timpani taps, horns in soft focus, voices locked like they'd rehearsed on the porch for years. Carl Davis's Chicago camp specialized in classy ache, and this is that sound, polished but warm, city lights gleaming on wet pavement. It became an R&B favorite and a regional slow dance staple, living long on jukeboxes and, later, lowrider soul playlists. Not every classic needs a giant chart number. Some live forever because people keep choosing them. Put it on and the room leans closer. A farewell so sweet, you almost hope it never ends. Number 11, The Troggs. I Can't Control Myself. Reg Presley turns up the voltage and bites the mic. The Troggs were already infamous for caveman groove. Here they add a wink and a snarl that got a few stations clutching pearls. The guitar is primitive on purpose, the beat built for boots, and the tension, well, that's the point. Banned in spots, blasted everywhere else.
Stand still 'cause you've got
me going.
Huge in the UK, a cult favorite in the US, it pushed garage towards something messier and more human. Decades later, punk bands would cover it like a founding document. No metaphor, no mystery, just appetite set to 45 RPM.
Think you, girl, as you're standing there.
3 chords, 1 grin, 0 breaks. Number 12, Dusty Springfield. All I See Is You.
I tried so hard.
While fuzz flooded the airwaves, Dusty went widescreen. Lush strings, echo-kiss drums, and that breathy, laser-true vocal. Fragile in the verse, fearless in the lift. Cut with her trusted London team, the record frames every side like a spotlight cue. It's a lesson in dynamics. The rhythm section keeps secrets while the orchestra tells the truth.
The days have come and gone since you.
Top 10 in the UK, top 20 in the US, and endless spins on late-night radio. More than a hit, it's a feeling, one you remember even when you forget the words. In a year of wild colors, Dusty painted in light and shadow.
On my mind stand out so clear.
Close your eyes. 1966 is still there. And that's our reel. 12 flashes from a year that wouldn't sit still. If one of these took you straight back to a gym dance, a first car, a kitchen radio, drop the memory below. We're building a time capsule together.